The night Kemi stole her friend's destiny, she thought she'd won, until the darkness she invited in began to swallow her whole. Miriam ran through the narrow corners of Arawa district, clutching her scarf as the evening wind slapped her face. Her breath trembled, not from fear of the streets, but from the memories of a life that had once seemed perfect and had fallen apart in the blink of an envious eye. Miriam and Kemi had been inseparable as children, sharing roasted corn and secrets under the fatting sun. Miriam, calm and gentle, always whispered, "Peace is enough for me." Kemi laughed and tossed her braids over her shoulder. "Peace can wait. I want everything." Even then, their paths leaned in opposite directions, but nobody could have imagined how far apart they would one day drift. Years later, Kemi smiled as she adjusted Miriam's wedding veil. "You're lucky," she said, forcing cheer into her voice. Miriam returned a small smile, the kind that hid so much. "I hope so." She had no idea how fragile her hope was. Behind the tailored suits and dazzling smile, Deo, her husband, carried a darkness she could not outrun. The first hit came unexpectedly. The second with an apology wrapped in roses. The third with silence that weighed heavier than any blow. The world saw a perfect marriage. Miriam saw bruises she couldn't show. Kemi watched from afar, envy gnawing at her chest. Every time Miriam stepped out in expensive clothes, greeted neighbors politely, or posted a perfect smile, Kemi whispered, "It should have been me." She didn't see the hidden bruises. She didn't see the emptiness behind Miriam's eyes. Envy blinded her completely. One night, trembling with desire and desperation, Kemi approached Baba Oren, a feared spiritualist who could give her exactly what she wanted for a price. "I want Deo to love me," she demanded. Baba Oren looked at her with piercing eyes. "Are you sure you want a borrowed heart?" "Yes, I want the life she has," Kemi said, her voice tight with hunger. He sighed. "Take this, but remember, what you force to come to you will not come gently." The charm worked. Deo became colder, crueler toward Miriam, until one dreadful evening he threw her out. Kemi stepped into the house with a triumphant smile, thinking she had finally won. When Deo married her weeks later, she believed her dream had arrived. But victory rotted quickly. The first slap stunned her, the second broke her. The third made her realize she had inherited Miriam's nightmare. She ran to Baba Oren one morning, tears streaming, voice shaking. "Undo it, please undo it." "The charm can only be broken if you retrieve it from the deepest part of the Anal River," he said. "But that place does not return what is taken." Kemi fell to her knees, gasping. "So I'm trapped." "By your own hands," he said, his eyes cold. With nowhere else to turn, Kemi went to Miriam's small apartment. Miriam opened the door slowly, calm but distant. Kemi collapsed, sobbing. "Forgive me, I destroyed your life, I took your husband. I thought I was winning." Miriam knelt beside her, lifting her face gently. "I forgive you," she whispered. "I forgive you because holding anger will chain me to the past." "Does that mean we're okay?" Kemi asked, hope flickering in her tear-streaked eyes. Miriam stood, brushing her hands over her clothes. "We are not the same anymore. Some things break and cannot be rebuilt." Kemi's heart shattered. Losing Miriam hurt more than Deo's cruelty, more than the charm, more than the life she had coveted. Miriam moved to a modest apartment on the quiet side of Arawa, where the air was lighter, and no one measured her worth by her car or clothes. She rebuilt her life piece by piece, choosing peace over pretense. Kemi returned to the mansion she had once admired, now a gilded cage. Every room echoed with what she had chased and what she had lost. That house, once her dream, became her prison. This is a story that whispers a warning. Not all shining lives are golden, not every dream is worth its price, and envy can consume even the strongest of hearts. If this story gripped you, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more tales that remind us to protect our peace above all else. And tell us, what would you have done if you were in Kemi's shoes? Leave your thoughts below.